So first, let me say thanks to Eco Fashion and Metro Vancouver. So I am with Value Village, and most of you in this room probably know Value Village because our brand name is very strong here in Canada and in British Columbia. I'd like to just tell you a little bit about our model. In the intro, it was mentioned that we recycle over 650 million pounds of household goods and textiles every single year. We do. The way that the model works is really interesting. If we go all the way back to the beginning, our company was started by a gentleman that was a former officer of the Salvation Army. And it was really pretty simple. He thought that he could create a model where he could do better for his family and do just as much good in the community by opening a thrift store. And that's what he did. Started with one thrift store. That's now grown into over 350 thrift stores. And the business model of how we acquire our goods has remained exactly the same, which is we partner with local nonprofit organizations. So here in Vancouver, you would know Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Vancouver, Developmental Disabilities Association. Our supply chain model is based on nonprofit organizations soliciting and collecting household goods and partnering with us to turn those household goods into revenue and funding for their programs. In the last year, we've paid out over $200 million in North America to nonprofit organizations, and over the last 10 years, $1.5 billion. And it's an unbelievable, sustainable business model that over 60 years ago was really started, not because it was green or not because it seemed as if thrift was the chic thing to do, but really out of a simple need to try to do better for the family and the community. And so the way our model works is that we take in roughly 750 million pounds of material every single year. We touch every single item. Unlike Joy, the great majority of the items that we bring into our store actually are not sold in the store. We put the very best, the absolute best material out on the sales floor. Our model is designed around providing a great selection and value for the shoppers that come into our stores. And it's a wide range of shoppers. It's the need-to shopper that needs a store that provides that great selection and value. It's also the treasure hunters and designers that find great items in our stores. And it's also those that are just conscious about trying to limit the amount of material that new material that they buy. And so it's a fantastic business model. But because we do process so much material, only about half of that actually makes its way to the sales floor. The other half makes its way immediately into a recycling process. And of the material that doesn't sell on our floor, it also goes into that recycling process. And for us, recycling is really about reuse. Our segment is truly centered around reuse. 12 years ago, when I came to the company, we recycled, found markets for reuse for really two items. It was our used clothing and our shoes. That was about it. Fast forward 15 years, and it's everything from plasticware, kitchenware, infant products, bicycles, sporting goods, and other sporting goods. We literally have individuals that have traveled to the ends of the earth to find markets where these items can continue to be reused. And what's impressive to me is that, like Joy, 12, 15 years ago, the ability to find markets that would openly accept, thrift as, part of their community in terms of landlords was very difficult. It's completely moved the other direction. When Joy or I are looking for where we'd like to place the next store, the list is long in terms of properties that are available. So it's becoming more and more acceptable, this particular form of retail. So our model is one that we consider to be sort of a win-win-win. So the first win is local nonprofits benefit when donors choose to select them to get rid of their goods. Donors benefit by being able to keep their items out of landfills and know that it goes to a good use with a local nonprofit. The second win is our stores now at over 350 employ close to 20,000 employees throughout North America. And then the last win is the 650 million pounds that we keep out of landfills. So I would say that for us, we've been doing it for a long time. Meetings like this, organizations like the Zero Waste Council and others. I know that we have the Secondary Materials and Recycled Textiles group in the room. For us, it feels like early innings, the very early innings of where this can go. We've seen this really take off over the last handful of years, where consumers are becoming more conscious about the choices that they make with the goods that they no longer need. So I'm excited to be here. I know we're going to open it up for questions, and I'll certainly be happy to answer those as we get through this. Thank you.